On NAFTA in Mexico, the president's working hard. I am confident that we will get deals that will be good for Mexico, a deal that will be good for Canada, and deals that will be wonderful for American workers. There's been a lot changed in the 24 years since NAFTA was first put in place, and our goal is to achieve an outcome that rebalances that situation. We're going to level the playing field for the American automotive industry and other sectors, incentivizing manufacturing here and not there. This obviously matters a lot to you all here in Michigan. It accounts for 23% of all automotive production. Our NAFTA negotiating teams are working closely with our Canadian and Mexican counterparts, and I am very hopeful that in the coming weeks we will be able to announce that we have agreements that I think the world will view as significantly better for the global economy. I'm an optimist by nature. My work requires it too. I know you are as well. This region that was home to the arsenal of democracy in World War II has been on hard times for a bit, and there's still a way to go, but we're seeing this new growth. We're seeing it in every big city in America. We believe in you in the Trump administration. We are confident that if we can help you gain access to markets and get trade rebalanced, that you, the people here in Detroit, will be successful.
What is your perspective on the impact of trade negotiations and tariff impositions on relationships with Canada? That was probably question number one. But similar questions for our close allies in Europe and with China.
I'm convinced. In fact, I spoke with my Canadian counterpart on Saturday morning, Chrystia Freeland. I think she agrees. I'm convinced when the trade negotiations are complete that there will be more volume, more dollars, and greater freedom of trade between the United States and Canada. I'm completely convinced of it. I've seen the work that's been going on. There were just some things that are out of whack, and that may be historic artifice, or it may be that times simply move on, some things that didn't match with today's environment. The president is determined to try and correct them. And I'd say the same thing about Europe and Mexico too. I'd put them all in the same bucket in that way. But I think it's also the case that our relationships with them are so much greater than just our economic relationships with those countries. When I spoke to Chrystia, we certainly spoke about tariffs and the things that were very much on all of our minds, but we work alongside each other in Ukraine. They have folks that are working with us in Afghanistan. She offered to assist in our efforts in North Korea, and the Canadians have been incredibly important in that. I'd say the same thing for the European and Mexicans. Our relationship is not solely defined by trade, and so I'm very confident that when these trade negotiations are completed, that the historic relationships between the United States and Canada and the United States and our European partners will continue the way they have for now 70-odd years with Europe.